The story of Rachel Reeves and bikes might sound like a small policy tweak, but actually reveals something much bigger about Britain's new economic direction. Recently, Chancellor Rachel Reeves announced plans to curb the use of the cycle-to-work scheme for buying high-end bicycles. For years, the scheme has allowed employees to buy bikes tax-free through their salary, encouraging greener commuting. But over time, the policy drifted away from its original purpose. Instead of helping everyday workers afford basic transport, it became a loophole for buying expensive carbon-fiber bikes worth several £1,000s. Reeves believes that needs a change. Her message is simple. The system should help people get to work sustainably, not subsidize luxury purchases. In practice, this means introducing limits or clearer guidelines on which kinds of bikes qualify for the tax benefit. It's a small detail in fiscal policy, but one that fits neatly into her broader economic philosophy: fairness, responsibility, and focus on value for money. To understand why this matters, let's step back. The UK is facing tight public finances. Reeves, as the country's first female chancellor, has made it clear she wants to restore fiscal credibility after years of instability. Her decisions, even on seemingly minor schemes like this one, are shaped by a drive to make sure every pound of taxpayer money delivers genuine public benefit. Cutting back on perks for luxury bike buyers might not balance the books, but it sends a signal. Labour is serious about responsible spending and fairness. The cycle-to-work scheme was originally a win-win. It helped employees save up to 40% on the cost of a new bike, while promoting health and environmental goals. Employers benefited from a fitter workforce and reduced parking demand. But as cycling became a lifestyle statement, not just transport, the scheme evolved into a way for affluent professionals to buy top-tier models, electric mountain bikes, designer brands, and road racing machines. By tightening the rules, Reeves hopes to steer the policy back to its core mission: getting more ordinary people cycling to work. Critics argue that this move could discourage cycling investment overall. Some say high-end bikes are part of a broader cycling culture that drives innovation and visibility for sustainable transport. Others think the Treasury's focus on such small savings misses bigger spending issues. Supporters, however, see it as symbolic, a correction that realigns the benefit with fairness. Reeves' approach to the cycle-to-work scheme also reflects Labour's attempt to rebuild public trust. She wants to show that government incentives are not just for the wealthy or well-connected. By reforming the scheme, she signals a shift toward targeted, equitable policy design, something that resonates strongly with voters who feel left behind. It's also worth noting how this fits with Reeves' wider green ambitions. The government remains committed to promoting low-carbon transport, but Reeves is pushing for smarter spending rather than blanket subsidies. Instead of funding luxury consumption, she wants to focus resources on public infrastructure, affordable e-bikes, and support for local commuting initiatives. In other words, Rachel Reeves' bikes policy isn't anti-cycling. It's about recalibrating how the UK supports it. The politics of bikes may seem small, but symbolically it's potent. It connects everyday choices, how we get to work, what we buy, and who benefits from government policy, to the big questions of economic fairness and sustainability. And for Reeves, that's exactly the point. She's framing herself as a chancellor who sweats the small stuff, because that's how fiscal discipline and public confidence are built. So next time you hear about Rachel Reeves and bikes, remember this isn't just about cycling. It's a window into the government's values: discipline, equity, and a commitment to refocusing incentives on ordinary people rather than luxury lifestyles. A modest policy, perhaps, but one that tells a larger story about Britain's changing economic priorities.